Hey, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Zach.
And today, for Reviews in the Park, we are going to be reviewing
Jurassic World. And yes, we're going to just review things outside, of course, because our skin isn't so pale that the sun makes us look like a ghost when we're outside. We don't frighten children with our translucent skin.
So let's get right into it. We loved it.
Oh yeah.
I've been anticipating this and been looking forward to this movie more so than I think Avengers and Star Wars, just because Jurassic Park is probably my favorite movie of all time.
Definitely made me feel like I was 7 again.
Yeah, I would say that for sure. It was a great nostalgia trip, but it's not like where you're seeing the previews of Terminator where it seems like they're just recounting lines over and over. It's not doing that.
And spoiling everything.
And oh yeah, but it's giving something that's a love letter or an homage to the first movie, but without just repeating stuff over. So we're seeing familiar locations, the music cues, obviously. You got the John Williams sound. You have elements like, obviously, with Steven Spielberg films in general, kids play an important part in the role of the movie. You have the hero, you have the girl.
Still has that sense of wonder that the first one had.
Yes, especially like it made you want to go there. I felt like they did such a good job of emulating a theme park that like I wanted to go. And even a lot of people kind of made fun of or like made a point of the sponsors being everywhere. But go to Disney World, what do you see?
There's sponsors everywhere.
There's all these
Six Flags, Busch Gardens.
Yeah, they have restaurants. They have like there was a Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville. There's Pandora Jewelry. Oh, by the way, keep out for that Jimmy Buffett cameo with the 2 margaritas. The irony of that all is that they're making fun of it, which one of the things I love about this movie is the huge metaphor that the movie is, which is a metaphor on reboots in general.
Well, they kind of get meta about the first Jurassic Park and the actual first park in their universe too. Talking about how it was great. It's a classic, but we're doing something different.
From the guy from New Girl, I can't remember
Jake
his
Johnson.
name. Yeah, he plays the computer nerd, like a good version of Newman.
Oh yeah, Nedry.
Nedry. He's like a good version of Nedry. He brings comedic role to it, which you think Chris Pratt would, just because we're so used to it. But thankfully, he shows his muscle literally and figuratively with his acting chops, because he doesn't phone it in with just being the comedy guy. He's got a couple of one-liners that are kind of funny, but he is the straight man in this movie.
And he does it very, very well. Unlike another actor in it who we both really like, but he really didn't do the most wonderful job in this one, unfortunately.
Yeah, Vincent DOnofrio, I think.
Yeah, he kind of phoned it in a little bit, it felt like.
It's too hammy, and I think, for me...
That may have been it. It was hammy, and it just became a little heavy-handed.
And unrealistic, because that's one of my biggest gripes, was like, who honestly thinks they can control dinosaurs to be war machines? That's the dumbest idea. Like, you never... Like, that one idea is what made me not like him, because it just was not realistic. I mean, obviously I know we're dealing with dinosaurs, it's not realistic, but
he feels like he's a character that was kind of shoved in like the 5th rewrite,
right?
But I mean, that being said, I mean, he actually does play the character well. It's just, I don't think it's an acting issue. I think it's the character itself. It's just flawed.
Yeah, he's a great actor, we know that, so it's not him. It's just, I mean, and I think he did the best he could with the role. I just think the role was not written well.
You know, we didn't talk about Bryce Dallas Howard, though.
Yeah, I don't, there might be a little bit of sexism. I know that's going around the internet, but obviously I think more the stereotype was that she's more the cliche, like, I'm so into my work that I don't care about family.
Well, yeah, but Dr. Grant was the same way in the original one,
so
and by
like
the end of it,
reversal.
he's like very fatherly and loving. All it is a role reversal for people that it's... Like, Chris Pratt's character is basically a combination of Dr. Grant and Dr. Malcolm from the original one.
Throw a little Indiana Jones in there.
Yeah, and a little bit of Indiana Jones. And then Claire is a little bit of...
Hammond.
Yeah, a little bit of Hammond, a little bit of Ellie Sattler, and a little bit of Grant by the end of the movie, all put together.
Yeah.
And it's just like people are calling sexism, but they didn't do that in '93 when Dr. Grant underwent basically the same kind of metamorphosis through the movie.
Yeah. I mean, I thought she did a really good job. The only thing was, and my fiance pointed this out, that she's running in the whole movie with high heels.
And the interesting thing, Bryce Dallas Howard actually did that.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, apparently in an interview, she said, I actually did run in those heels the entire movie.
Oh?
Like, those heels? I don't know.
We're not worthy.
Whoever made those, you need to make all heels from now on.
But yeah, Bryce Dallas, and the even the kids.
Kids did a really good job.
Yeah. I feel like kids could be either good or bad for a movie. I like Mummy Returns. I always go back to that. That kid totally ruined the movie.
Oh yeah.
But like these kids, you will recognize the youngest from Iron Man 3 recently, and then the other kids from the movie Boys of Summer, which is a really good movie if you have a chance to check it out.
Yeah.
But they both. In a way, it took away from the movie, but then I also still liked it. Yeah, they weren't annoying at all. It was an interesting but predictable subplot with the brothers not getting along, and they're going to get along.
I mean, the movie definitely probably my second favorite movie of the summer, right behind Mad Max Fury Road. Mm-hmm. I actually liked it better than Age of Ultron.
Yeah, me too. It was a great thrill ride of a movie.
No real plot holes.
Mm-mm.
Not that I could detect on 2 watches.
No, I've seen it twice as well, and I was not bored. I was enjoying it still with a smile on my face. It was a great homage to the original movie. If you love the first movie, you're going to love this one. I would say this is the second best out of the 4 that have come out so far.
Oh, easily. And it's very different from the first one, though.
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot of the same elements, but I don't think that you could make it the same film.
I think what would make this kind of better, and also something that's missing from the first Jurassic Park, is tension and scariness. I mean, there's a couple jumps in this movie, but in all honesty, it's nowhere near as scary as the very first movie. The raptors are obviously in it, but they don't cause nearly as much jump scares because we know what's coming. It's not. You don't have that tension like you did in the kitchen scene. You don't have the tension like you had in the Jurassic Park car attack scene.
Yeah.
There's no tension there. I think one thing also is that we should have added another 20 or 30 minutes to the movie. It's around 2 hours long. I think that extra time would have given we could have had longer drawn out tension scenes. And also, I think some of the characters need to be fleshed out a little bit more. There's nothing that's really get to know the character outside of what's going on in the events.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt a little bit more, but there's no time for them just to sit back and be who they are.
Yeah.
Like in the first movie, just harkening back to the Dr. Grant, we got to experience them in their element when they were doing their job and what they loved to do before they got thrown into the events of Jurassic Park. I think if there was a little added more time just for more character development, I think that would have helped out, and I'm hoping maybe we'll get to see some deleted scenes, or even maybe a director's cut. That would be nice. But.
Yeah. See, for me, it was just all the CGI. One of the things that made the first one so great was practical effects. Mm-hmm. And, there were parts in this that were CGI that did not really need to be CGI'd. They could have easily done practical effects, and, if they could do it in '93, you could do it now for probably cheaper because of the way the technology has progressed.
And there is some there, so you gotta hand it to them a little bit. Like
there is some, but to me, just not enough.
Action piece was great. Had the feel of the originals, and I think like we said, we'll probably average around 8.5 to 9. Let's do 8.8 jaws or 8.8 teeth out of 10.
I'm good with it. And I agree with that.
That's it for our spoiler-free review. Check in with our spoiler-filled discussion with the link below. And also be sure to check out Alicia, book reviews. I know we were poking fun at her before, but
Well, she poked fun at us, so she started this.
yeah, very true. But please check out her stuff. It's pretty cool.
It's really good.
And check out the links below. We'll have links for our Gmail, our Google, our Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud links. Just check out below.
And you can find us on iTunes now as well.
Ooh, cool. All right. Well, we hope that you enjoyed our review of Jurassic World.
#1 movie in the world now.
Yes, it beat Avengers
Yes.
for opening weekend. So go see it if you haven't already.
Oh, yeah.
And stay nerdy.
Oh yeah, always.